In this show you know, we know that PQ is tangent to the circle at point Q. QR is the diameter, PQ is 9 millimeters, and PR is 41 millimeters. Again, we're being told that we have an equilateral triangle here with QC and S. Part A, what is the length of the diameter QR? Justify your answer. Well, PQ is 90 degrees or perpendicular to QR. So PQR is 90 degrees, which means we've got a right angle triangle that we're working with. So again, we can use Pythagorean theorem. And in this case, QR squared plus QP squared gives you RP squared. So QR is what we're trying to find. QP is 9, so it's 9 squared. RP is 41, so it's 41 squared. So QR squared plus 81 is equal to 1681. Subtract 81 from both sides, and you're left with QR squared equals 1600. Then you can take the root of that, and you're left with QR as the root of 1600. So QR is equal to 40. So the length of QR is 40 millimeters. What is the length of chord QS? QS is one side of the equilateral triangle, which happens to correspond to one of the radii. We know that the diameter was 40 millimeters, so therefore the radius is 20. And so all three sides of this triangle, they're each 20 millimeters. What is the length of RS? Show how you know. So RS is this chord here. RCQ is a diameter. It's a central angle though. And RSQ has an inscribed angle with the same arc, RQ. So RSQ has to be 90 degrees because our central angle here was 180. So therefore this is a right angle triangle up here. This is your radius, has this arc along with this central angle, or that's your diameter, sorry. So if this is 180 degrees on your central angle, this inscribed angle becomes half of that, it becomes 90. So because it's a right angle triangle, RS squared plus SQ squared equals RQ squared. So RS squared plus SQ squared equals RQ squared. RS is what we don't know. SQ we know is 20. So it's 20 squared. And then RQ was our diameter, which we said was 40. So RS squared plus 400 equals 1600. Subtract 400 from both sides. RS squared equals 1200. Take the square root of both sides, and you're left with RS equaling the square root of 1200. So RS is equal to 34.641, etc. To the nearest millimeter, that's 35 millimeters. And that's the show you know.